Happy Monday. We're back in the countertop again. I wanted to tell you something that I noticed in Mark 10 this morning, and I'm wondering if it won't challenge you or cheer you or change your life or all of the above. I changed my life. I just hope it sticks with you like it stuck with me. So Mark chapter 10, starting in verse 46. So Jesus and his disciples are leaving Jericho, and there's people milling about on the road out of town, including a beggar on the side of the road. And he is just hollering. He's been blind for a long time. He screams, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Verse 48 says, "Be quiet," many of the people yelled at him, but he only shouted louder, "Son of David, have mercy on me." When Jesus heard him, he stopped and said, "Tell him to come here." So they called the blind man. "Cheer up," they said. "Come on, he's calling you." Bartimaeus threw aside his coat, jumped up, and came to Jesus. "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked. "My rabbi," the blind man said. "Oh, I'm going to cry. I want to see." And Jesus said to him, "Go, for your faith has healed you." Instantly, the man could see, and he followed Jesus down the road. Oh, you guys, this is why I can't do this. Whew, this one got me, and I haven't even told you why it got me yet. So here's what I noticed that really just sat with me and is really challenging me today. So first of all, this guy knows he needs Jesus. He knows he's been struggling with this for a long, long time. And so he starts yelling for Jesus, searching for Jesus in the darkness of his blind eyes. He's just like throwing the line out there, screaming, "Jesus, help me." And in the face of his struggles and his searching, people are telling him to shut up, that what he has to say doesn't matter, that his struggles don't matter, that his needs aren't going to get met by Jesus. And people are telling him to be quiet. And instead of backing down, instead of getting scared of being judged, instead of really caring what other people will say, this man screams louder for Jesus. And that louder screaming, Jesus hears him. And he says, "Tell him to come here." And this is my favorite part. If the first part didn't make me cry, which it did, this part makes me cry harder. So Jesus says, "Tell him to come here." So Bartimaeus immediately stands up, throws his coat aside, jumps up, and comes to Jesus. Now think about this. You're in a crowd, you're blind, you've got kind of like this safety little blankie over you, a coat that you're sort of huddled around, and you probably don't move far from your spot. You can't see. There is like probably donkeys and camels. I think they probably got camels, yeah. And there's these like a busy road, and so you don't get up and just run to something. But as soon as Jesus tells him, "Come here," he does it. He does it in pure faith because he knows, number one, he's gonna get to Jesus. Number two, it doesn't matter what anybody else is telling him. And number three, Jesus called him and he was like, "I'm not missing my chance." And I really just sat with that this morning and thought, you know what? When I hear Jesus call me, when he says, "Come here," do I get up? Do I do it? I'm not blind. I don't have the obstacles and the issues that this guy does. But do I jump up immediately and run to Jesus no matter what? I don't really know if I do. And so this man, who most people would walk by and have pity on or like look down upon because he's begging on the side of the road, this man has the faith that I want. And that faith is rewarded because Jesus heals him. He says, "Go, your faith has healed you." He says it, and instantly, no question, no doubt, no waiting, his eyes are healed. This is a good part too. Listen to this. He said, "Go, your faith has healed you." And so this man can see. And do you know what he chose to do with his miracle? It says he followed Jesus down the road. And so not only am I wanting the faith of this blind man, but I'm wanting the commitment of this blind man, that when Jesus gives me my miracle and answers my prayers, so much I just walk away from it. "Thanks, Jesus. Thanks for helping me. Thanks for blessing me." And I go do what I want anyway. But this guy, his life was changed. And instead of going off in his own direction and choosing his own thing, he followed Jesus just right in his back pocket, right down the road. So you take that, you chew on that today. Maybe it'll make you cry to the point of like snot dripping out of your nose. That was probably gross to put on a video, sorry. But I just wanted to encourage you. That's Mark chapter 10, verse 46 through 52. 6 verses, hard-hitting, life-changing. Go check it out.